First one thing that comes to mind is slowing down and paying attention, especially when you're working with other people. I even have the voice of some Google engineers who even after the first one or two classes said that they shifted their way that they listened during meetings. And instead of feeling compelled or pressured to constantly respond, react, comment, that this particular person shifted and leaned back a little bit and simply listened more intently to all the people on his team. And he's actually a tech lead. And he said it just leaning back and listening with less pressure in his own mind already had an impact after the second class. Mm-hmm. And he noticed a difference in how people in the group were reacting. So this suggests it's good to experiment even with the most practical places and the most normal things that you do every day.
I have 2 or 3 practices I do constantly. One is whenever I walk from one place to the other, I go into mindfulness mode because I only have 30 minutes a day to sit, and so but I want to do more closer to 24 hours worth of meditation a day. Mm-hmm. So walking is the only time I get to do that. Mm-hmm. And since I'm going from point A to point B anyway, it doesn't add more time. I mean, it doesn't take more of my time. That's one practice. The other practice is something I talk about a lot, which is looking at people randomly and thinking, I want that person to be happy. Mm. I want that person to be happy. And just do that a lot. And it shows, because just thinking about, I want that person to be happy, I smile just thinking about it. Right? And so interaction with people becomes a lot easier. Mm-hmm. And my third practice is humor. Specifically, every time I screw up, which happens a lot, I just think it's very funny.
That's healthy. That's so healthy.
And, well, 2 things that come to mind that again, we often stress over and over again. One is self-care. Is just noticing, are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating well? Are you getting enough exercise? Just very basic self-care and what I think of as kind of energy management. The other is just throughout the day of asking yourself, what am I feeling? And having the practice of asking yourself that question, labeling feelings, just the practice of labeling feelings, and also bringing awareness and asking yourself, what are the people around me feeling? Just doing that, and this is, I sometimes think of this as the dirty little secret of the business world, is that everyone is human, and everyone has feelings, and that the more, unlike, sometimes we think that by taking feelings out, more stuff gets done, but it turns out that the more we can be aware and aligned with our own feelings, much more gets done. People are much more inspired, motivated, enjoying being at work. Nothing helps productivity more than enjoyment.
I think we gave a lot of suggestions, but I like to emphasize that any one of them is huge. If you didn't already do any of these things, just pick up any one of them, they'll be huge. If you do 2, it's even huger. If you do more than 2, it's huger. So don't feel that you have to do everything. Right. Just any one thing or any combination.
Yeah, in fact, I think if you take kind of a more playful approach or even scientific approach, if you think that every day is your research laboratory experience of your life, your people, your relationships, you might even play with just tweaking one parameter at a time, modifying one little thing, nothing huge, and noticing the impact on yourself and others. Even playing with it, like you try breaking patterns, go somewhere different, respond differently. And noticing what shifts, because since everything is interconnected, you change one thing here, lots of other things will shift as well. If you notice, if you slow down, you'll notice it.
Yeah, it's just interesting the power of the potential that people have to grow and change. And that's one of the things I so appreciate about this class is people's own really pure kind of intention to want to grow and want to learn, and how scary it is sometimes to let go of old habits and old assumptions and to enter something new. When you said every day, Sunny, I thought, oh, Philippe is going to talk about a Zen koan, which there's this wonderful one-line koan: every day is a good day. And this is, I think, the message of this is even even horrible days, even when things are not going well, this sense of to have a wide enough way of looking at things to see that every day is a good day.